episodio de Acción Positiva.
Good morning, Widmeyer boys and girls. We're here for positive action today, and look, we have a new friend. Can you say hello and tell our community your name?
I can say hello, and my community name is Kristen Ambrose.
Hi, Mrs. Ambrose. We have a couple questions. Okay?
I have the first one. When you were a little girl, what do you want to be?
So when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a hairdresser when I grew up. So I wanted to do hair and make people beautiful.
Wow. I need your help.
That's nice.
All right. So now you're not a hairdresser.
Nope.
No, you come to Widmeyer Elementary, right? Every day. What inspires you to come here to Widmeyer each day?
All right, so I'm going to try to say this without crying, but what inspires me is to get to see you guys every morning, and the idea that I get to lift you up makes my heart just burst with happiness. So.
You guys, so you're the reason. It's you.
It's you guys.
Each of you. That's why she comes here every day, and you too.
And I'm gonna go take a picture with you guys.
Oh my goodness. Do you have time for more questions?
Yes, absolutely.
I have another one. What is your favorite book or movie?
My favorite book is actually, it's called The Book with No Pictures, and I like it because it makes teachers say weird things like blurp. And I love the way the kids react when the teachers have to say like fuzzy pink slippers.
Like my shoes?
Yeah, I love those shoes.
I like those shoes.
Thank you.
Blurp. Blurp. That's a great book. I don't think I've read that one yet.
Oh.
Now, one more question.
Okay.
2 more questions.
Okay.
Did you do a positive action today?
Let me think. I believe I did.
What was it?
I believe my positive action was giving out hugs to kids who wanted them.
Beautiful. A hug is a positive action, you guys. Remember that. It makes us feel cared for.
It makes me feel special when they ask me for a hug.
Yeah, that's true too.
Can I have a hug?
Yes.
I'm gonna hug.
Beautiful.
Do you want one too?
Well, that was great. I know you guys are waiting for Mrs. Ambrose, so we'll get going. And each of you guys have a positive day. Bye.
Bye.
We're back! Hey, Morgan County scholars, do we have a treat for you for Teacher Talkin' Tuesday? Look who's with us. Mrs. Ambrose. I'm gonna give you a big hug. I can't talk without hugging you. Oh, thanks for letting us come back. Yes. So,
Your hair's so soft.
can we ask you, do you know the positive action word for this week is what it is?
I think it's challenge.
You're right. This week, boys and girls, we're talking about challenge and how a challenge is good for your intellectual wellness. Why, guys? Because when you accept challenges, you are exercising your brain and you're helping your brain to be stronger. But you want to know something, guys? A challenge is a lot of work. It takes a lot of hard work and perseverance and not giving up. So, can we ask you, Mrs. Ambrose, can you tell us about the word challenge for you?
Okay, so challenge for me is a lot of you kids may or may not know this, but let's see, in January of last year I had surgery to help me lose weight. But prior to that, I had my highest weight was 345 pounds. So it's a huge, huge number. I'm not saying
number.
It is a big
Yeah.
number. And when I realized how big I was getting, some of the challenges I faced was just moving, like walking from one room to the next. I was winded, or going up and down steps. I would be exhausted. Like I would think, oh, my mom wants me to come upstairs. I don't want to go up those steps because I hate them. Another big challenge that I don't have anymore is sitting in a movie theater seat, which is super awesome. Like you don't know how much you take it for granted until you can't do it, and it's so uncomfortable.
So guys, think about that right now, where you're sitting, okay? Your seat is comfortable because you're at a comfortable weight. But if at 345 now, Mrs. Ambrose, I mean, I've known you for a long time, and I've loved you forever. I love the old Mrs. Ambrose. I love today's Mrs. Ambrose, and I'm gonna love you tomorrow, girl, because you are a super positive partner for us. But to sit in your chair, that was a challenge for you. And but sometimes, guys, when you're 5, it's hard to sit in a chair. It's hard. You know, I fit in my chair, but sometimes it's a challenge for me to sit in a chair too, because I get excited about stuff, and I would get in trouble for not sitting still, because it was a challenge for me, because I just want to talk, and sometimes it's a challenge for me to just be still and be in my chair. So, you know, those are some of the little things we take for granted. But now you know you're healthy.
I am healthy.
Yes, and you guys out there, it's a challenge. It takes a lot of work to be in a chair sometimes.
It does.
Yeah, right?
There's a couple of other things that have changed for me.
Yeah, tell us some more.
So, just to be clear, I'm now at 155-ish. So I go back and forth between 155 and 150.
So let's do a ratio, okay? Intellectual challenge ratio. So 345, 155, that's like half?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
It's almost half. So I've lost one whole human, which is awesome.
That'd be like 2 of us.
Yes.
Wow.
See that? Seriously?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, wait a minute, we have a visitor.
We have a visitor.
Ambrose, stop. Gee, come here. We're live. Mrs. Ambrose and Mrs. Ambrose.
This is the other Mrs. Ambrose.
Mrs. Ambrose, guess what? We're talking about the word challenge in positive actions. Okay, you want
Life is a challenge.
Life is a challenge. So please keep going and tell us about some of the challenges that you face.
So, my mother-in-law can attest to this. One of her challenges for me is because she can't make me these delicious desserts that she makes all the time. So she doesn't get to make those as much for me anymore. She's always like, I can't make you the same stuff, and I love feeding you. I'm like, it's okay. Feed it to my husband, because he loves sweets. So.
And you know what? That's what we're talking about this week, Mrs. Ambrose. Challenges are hard, and sometimes you have to say no, and sometimes you have to think, okay, I have to sit still, or I have to not eat those sweets. Why? Because it's good for our physical wellness. And boys and
your
girls.
brain.
And your brain, right. When your body feels better and you feel healthy, that's going to help you in school, because when your brain gets healthy, then you can learn, right? What else?
So, well, one of my favorite things to do now is when we're in PE class, I like to challenge my kids to beat me at planks.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So we do a plank and we hold it, and whoever beats me gets dojos.
Really?
Yes. I have a couple of boys and girls that can actually beat me, but I can hold, like I couldn't hold a plank for more than 10 seconds prior, but I can hold a plank now for a good 70 to 80 seconds. So. And that is a huge challenge too. I mean, when you go from 10 seconds to 80 seconds, it's a big deal.
Yes.
So, and the kids love it.
Yes. What could you share with the Morgan County Scholars, kindergarten through 5th grade, and our community, Mrs. Ambrose? Your advice, what inspired you to make this change? Because boys and girls, when you accept a challenge and put in the hard work, the cool things that happen, the positive part, is that you will see a change, okay? So what would you say to inspire others to accept their challenges?
So if you're feeling challenged, or you're like, if somebody is challenging you to do something that you've never done, or something that you don't think you can do, I just recommend really focusing on finding people who will build you up and not smash you down. That's very, very helpful. And I also would challenge you to find people who love you, like Miss Shema and Miss Hot and Grandma Kathy.
Grandma Kathy.
Sorry, I keep calling her Grandma Kathy because that's what we call her at my house. But and my husband and my family, my boys have been super, super supportive. It's really fun when Chucky comes home from college. He says, the first time he saw me after I'd lost all my weight, it had been a couple months, he said, I didn't even know who she was. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I come around the corner and met him. He's like, I didn't even know it was you.
They're so proud. We're all so
Yes.
proud.
Wow.
So-
She's worked really hard.
That challenges take hard work, you
Yes.
guys. Challenges take hard
They
work.
aren't easy. Challenges aren't generally aren't easy, are they?
Now, when we wanted you guys to see, because Miss Shema and I, we come to Positive Actions because we and our community, we care about you guys,
Yes.
Ward County Scholars, and we want you guys to take that challenge and work really hard too, because we're showing you what a challenge, when you take it, there can be a really big change. So if you're having that thought, like you said, you want the thought of having people that encourages you, it starts with the thought, and then it takes those actions, and sometimes they're really hard work,
Yeah.
right? But then, last questions I want to ask you now is feeling. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh, I feel wonderful. I got to go.
Give me goosebumps.
My husband and I went on a 5-mile hike. Like, it was an easy hike, and my sister has challenged me to do something new. I'm not very excited about it. For my birthday, she got me a Tough Mudder, and I'm like,
What's that?
so it's like this big challenge course where you have to go through all these obstacle
You
challenges.
get dirty and muddy?
Get dirty and muddy.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm a little nervous, but I am challenging myself to do a workout routine to build up to be able to do it, the 5K.
Wow, that's cool.
So, yeah.
So stay tuned, guys. We want to see some pictures of Mrs. Ambrose
I will
and
submit
the Tough
them.
Mudder, all dirty and muddy and out there staying healthy.
I
Staying
love
healthy.
mud, believe it or not.
Oh, no. Anything else you'd like to add? Michelle?
No, I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cool. Thanks for coming in.
I am a positive action kid. That's what I am. That's how